Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Phil here, and I'm excited to share with you something that I found a couple weeks ago that I've been testing out, and I wanted to share with you guys because I think the days of old clunky funnels from platforms like GoHighLevel and ClickFunnels are long gone. I think it's very difficult to use those platforms, and they're very salesy, they're very old school, and I think at this point in our lives, we're so used to those funnels and how they look and how they work that it's about time for us to switch to something better. With that being said, I'm here today to share with you a platform called Perspective. I'm sure you've been seeing it all over the internet, and you'll see why in a second. It's actually a fantastic fantastic platform. It's very smooth. It looks amazing. The conversions are great. I've been testing it quite a bit, and swapping to something like Perspective will definitely help users get more signups. If you need more signups, you can do sales. If you want to do sales calls, if you're a local service business, it also helps you with getting quote requests because it's very clean and it's just really nice. You'll see. So I want to show you kind of what the platform looks like. You have like your performance places where you can track performance of your funnels. You can filter by funnel, see what kind of leads. And obviously this is a new account I made just to show you guys without showing all my data. And then obviously inside of that, you have your inbox where you can connect WhatsApp for this platform. And so you can kind of engage with leads automatically via automations, which is something that they recently released. Anyway, so let's get to it. So the platform itself is a funnel builder, like I said, and I want to just kind of take some time to show you some of the templates. And what I do like about Perspective, and they've been kind of saying this since they first launched, is that they're all about quality versus quantity. So, there's a lot of platforms that make, 700 templates they're okay, but they don't work very well, right? And what I like about Perspective is that they will literally go and only push out, you see this is it. And when I say this is it, that's good, because these are apparently, by Perspective's standpoint, these are funnels that convert. They've tested them, they've tried them, people have used them, and they've gotten good results. And so then they've added them here, right? So the success stories is kind of what they use to push more templates. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to show you a quick setup. So I don't know which of these would be ideal for your situation. I mean, they have health quizzes, school VSLs, if you're selling a school membership, for example. Course sales, bundled checkouts. If you have an agency and you need to onboard clients, you can use their agency onboarding funnel. Express applications, appointments, on site, which is really cool if you have like a mechanic shop or something. A social profile. This will kind of like replace your LinkedIn, where you could talk about yourself. People can reach out to you. You can share some of your projects or services that you offer, case studies, and you guys can come look at this afterwards. The link will be in the description or in my bio, depending on where you're watching this. But you can see there's plenty of options, even surveys, if you're just trying to get surveys from your audience. So I think for this situation, we are going to pick, I like that school one. I haven't looked at this one yet. Let's look at the details on this one. And what you can do is you can look at these funnels and you can actually see what they look like. You can see how many pages come with it, responsiveness, whatever. And this looks pretty cool for somebody trying to sell a school community. So let's use the template and you'll see how beautiful this designer is. It's so simple. As one guy on Reddit said, a meathead could use it. So, and here you go. So it pulls in the template. You can replace everything. You can change your headers. You can change the logo on there. You can change out the video. You can do all the regular things. It's very clean. You can see there's not much extra work. You have your inputs. You can change the logo next to the inputs here. You can change the color of the font, the sizing, the background. There's logo bars. But if you look at the left side here, you can see, and this is the messaging system, so I'll show you guys that in a second. You can see they let you kind of pick your themes, pre-pick, that you can just add to the site, and it'll kind of optimize it. So like, which I'm not going to do that because I don't want to change the theme. But anyway, so let's say we're over here and we would like to, I don't know, let's say we want to add something here. So you just come here, you hit new block, and there's a bunch of stuff, and it's gorgeous stuff. So basic blocks, let's say we want to add a testimonial. Boom. That's just, it's so clean. It's so nice. You can add a hero section. It's pre-made hero sections. So if you want something like this, boom, you can add another form. And the nice thing is obviously this is made for mobile. Mobile's going to be your biggest key for selling. But if you do visit on a website, look how good this looks. This is probably the cleanest funnel I have seen in a long time out of the box. So, you know, it's usable for both devices. In desktop mode, it looks amazing. So you don't have to worry with perspective about having to update the site on mobile and desktop. It's so fluid that if you build it on mobile, it will look good on desktop. And I think that's a massive selling point here, because you don't have to do it. You don't have to do all that extra work like you would on other platforms. Let me just look at a couple things. Like you have your trust testimonials, gorgeous stuff. You can add a quiz, about us sections, call to actions. You can list some products and information. And then obviously you have your interactive block. So this is like calendars, payment forms. You can do Calendly appointments, video questionnaire, which obviously I don't have that. You'd have to upgrade the plan for that. I'm just on the basic plan to kind of show you how this works. But there's a lot of stuff. It's very nice. It's very customizable. And let me see here. You can even do some embed blocks here, like Google Maps, Trustpilot. Trustpilot's a really good one. Loaders, countdowns. It's just so clean. It's so clean. Anyway, so yeah, let's just show you how this would work. So we can even add a questionnaire, for example. So I'm just going to show this. We're going to go to quiz, and let's do this one. I kind of like how this looks. Okay. And then you can preview it. So previewing allows you to see it how a customer would see it without actually, you know, using or recording any data. So we come here. Oh, I don't think I did the save. Hang on one second. We're going to leave that for later. Preview. Okay, and here you go. So we just added that little quiz. You click this and you submit and continue. There you go. And it would take you basically to the next page, right? And so what you can do with these quizzes and kind of quote request forms and funnels is you control where the user goes next, right? So for example, here, you click on this button, you here on the left side can now control what happens. So where does this button take us? Well, after they input their information, it should take us to the VSL. And that's what it'll do. Full customization, like I said. Now, what I do want to show you guys is an archive. This one is the quote one really quickly, because what's nice about the quote is, let's say you're a pressure washing company, or I don't know, a roofing company, or a solar company, for example. Let's do solar company for the sake of this video. We're going to preview this one. Now look at this. If you've ever wanted to get a quote request from somebody, most websites right now, they have a little form and they say, oh, give us your name, your phone number, your email, your address, and we'll get back to you with an estimate. It's very old school. It's very ugly. And a lot of times it's kind of scary for customers. They're like, oh, I got to share all this information. Like, oh, this form is too much, and like it's going to take me too long. Here, that doesn't really happen, because this is what you get, right? So this is the quote request, a sample, right? I haven't edited this. This is straight out of the box. It looks great. It's a really, really nice quote website. So your customer will come in, they will have a flat roof. It takes them to the next section. Look how gorgeous this is. Okay, I have a flat roof on a multifamily home. Okay, 3 to 4 people live there. When do you use most of your energy? Throughout the day. Are you the homeowner? Yes. And then you fill out your form and submit. And so what this is essentially doing is letting you pull in information in a nice, playful way. The customer is enjoying this. It almost looks like an app rather than, and even on desktop, look how good this looks. And so the reason the conversions are so high with a platform like this is because it's more gamified. It looks more fun. It's simple. It's like Typeform in a way, but with the conversion rankings of something like ClickFunnels, right? Anyway, without going too much into detail, if you guys have any questions or want to check this out, there's going to be a link in the description to take a look. The nice thing is with this is you can control everything. So you have your SEO controls, your favicon, You can change the language, cookie banners, progress bars that you can add when they're on mobile so you can see how much further they have before they're done. You can pick a sender, so your emails will come from a certain from email. You can connect your WhatsApp account. And what's nice about that part is the messaging. So this is a part of their new beta for automations. And what you can do here is actually send out an email or eventually text message or message via WhatsApp directly from the funnel. So for example, a confirmation is already set up for this solar quote. What happens is when a user fills out the quote form, this would automatically send, right? So when contact status is new, which means they filled it out, we're going to pick a sender, which we haven't added yet. So we'd have to do that. It's going to go to the contact that filled out the form. And this is what's going to send to them automatically. You can add another one from WhatsApp, for example, and then that would send a WhatsApp message. So it's really nice because you have kind of control over what goes out immediately in a nice, clean way again. Look, the email would look like this on desktop. So just super, super, super nice. And like I said, the Perspective team is consistently updating and adding new features. And what I do like about their team is that when a lot of people request something, they really do take their time and focus on the things the customers want. The fan base, the customer base. It seems like that's very important to them, and they care about the results that come from their platform. And that's just a really nice thing to see. It's very refreshing in the world we live in as marketers. So anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video. Perspective, like I said, is a fantastic platform. I implore you to try it out. They have a 14-day free trial. You just give them a credit card. They won't charge you until 14 days is up, and you can cancel anytime. So definitely check it out. Again, link is in the description or in my bio. Look around. It'll be somewhere. It'll be titled Try Perspective. .co or Try Perspective, something like that. Give it a go. Any questions, ask in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys get some good conversions with this thing.